Welcome to my garage. I've got some exciting news. Well, I think it's exciting. I don't know that everybody else is going to be thinking it's exciting, but I just finished this afternoon my first batch of Rattlesnakes of Lethbridge T-shirts. And the design I'm using, the logo, was produced for me by a Blackfoot artist named Ainna'kootsiiyo'p. She's a good friend of mine. And it features TShirts from the turn of the century, who was from Blood Tribe, Ainna'kootsiiyo'p, and he's holding a rattlesnake. Okay? He's holding a rattlesnake. TShirt, for those who don't know, was actually the first kind of rattlesnake wrangler of Lethbridge. In Blackfoot communities, he's known as a snake charmer, and he used rattlesnakes as an Ainna'kootsiiyo'p in healing people from different illnesses. But he also was very functionally a rattlesnake wrangler here in Lethbridge, where he was really the first guy that if somebody had a snake, at their residence or at their business, they could call on him. He would go over there and get the snake and get it out of there. And he was a protector of the snakes. And the reason why is because as a young man, he lost his parents. And he had an experience in the coulees where he felt like this rattlesnake couple adopted him and became his alloparents or surrogate parents. And when they did that, he took all the other rattlesnakes as his brothers and sisters. And he became a protector, and he became very closely allied with them. And I think he's a good model to kind of send some of the messaging that I'm trying to send through the Rattlesnakes program. I also have a concept that I want to put out there. And that Blackfoot Concept is Ainna'kootsiiyo'p. Ainna'kootsiiyo'p. This means we coexist in mutual respect. And I don't want to get preachy here, but I do want to explain the concept so that people know what I'm talking about, right? We coexist in mutual respect. When I look at this concept, at the base of it, at the root of it, is this Ainna'kootsiiyo'p. And when I try to explain this, typically if I'm teaching a class or something like this, I'll use an analogy of a rain barrel that you're catching your drinking water in. And say that barrel is going to be the only source of your drinking water. In that case, you're going to be very careful about your relationship with that barrel. You're going to make sure that barrel is maintained. If it needs repair, you're going to repair it. If it needs to be replaced, you're going to replace it. You're going to try to use as much water as you can before the next rain so that when the next rain comes, it replenishes it with fresh water. You get a lot of fresh water. However, you got to be careful to manage how much of that water you use so that you don't run out before the next rain comes and die of thirst, right? You're also going to make sure that there's no contaminants going into the barrel. Your life is linked to that barrel, right? And so you're gonna take care of it. This is really the base understanding of that I'm trying to present about our relationship to all the species of our local ecology. That the human world is not disconnected from the animal world. I get a lot of people online telling me you can't put animals first, humans first, this kind of a thing. It's not a matter of who comes first and who comes second. We're all linked up together, okay? And so if we don't take care of one another, one species suffers, everybody suffers. That's the way systems work. Think of your car engine. If you go into your car engine and just randomly pull out this piece you don't like because it gets hot or it makes a noise that you don't like or whatever it is, you take that piece out and you chuck it away, your engine's going to have problems, right? And that's the way the life system works too. You can't just randomly take things out of that life system. So a big part of this rattlesnake program is respecting the fact that we're part of this natural system and that whatever happens to the snakes ripples along and happens to us. Like there's an effect down the line. Can I detail what that effect is? No, it doesn't really matter. The fact is, we're all interconnected. We know this. Science tells us this, right? And so pretending as though we're not and proceeding in life as though we're not, I think is irresponsible. And so what's happening with the Rattlesnakes of Lethbridge program is a change, and I can see it happening. Like, I can see that the majority of people who are aware of the program and following the page and this kind of a thing stand behind it. This is a community effort. It's not just Ryan Heavyhead out there doing this. This is a community effort to try to coexist with the snakes, to do something different than what they're doing other places that has never worked anyway, right? So, mutual respect. There's another level of that mutual respect, and that is respecting the danger. Yes, the rattlesnake can hurt us. The rattlesnake can bite us, okay? And it's going to send us to the hospital. It's not going to kill us, but it can send us to the hospital. It's going to give us a couple of days of really bad pain, swelling, and stuff like that, and then it's going to dissipate over the next week and a half or so. We're going to go back to our normal lives. It's going to be no lasting effect, but it's not a fun experience. On the flip side, if we step on top of a rattlesnake, that's it for the rattlesnake. We're gonna break bones. We're gonna cause all kinds of internal injuries. So they fear us. And if you watch my videos and you look at what happens with the bucket cam, you can see that these snakes are out of their minds scared in most cases. They're afraid. They're really afraid of us. And a lot of people are really afraid of them. All we need to do to honor that relationship is what they do, and don't breach it. Don't cross that line. They don't cross that line with us, right? They don't come looking to kill us. We don't come looking to kill them, but we can be unaware of our environment, right? We can walk around in the coulees and be silly and not paying attention. If that happens and we get bit, it's really on us, right? We haven't had that respect. When we're in these areas where there's rattlesnakes, whether it be on the coulees or whether it be in the subdivisions or businesses that are along the coulees, we have to respect that this is a shared space. There's no separation between the human cultural world and the nature world. Okay? Our imaginary fictive lines that we draw, this is the neighborhood boundary, the fence line, and rattlesnakes should not be crossing that line, otherwise they're in a human area. That really doesn't exist. Like, that's not reality, okay? Reality is nature is all over the place. And in fact, in urban areas, there's more nature in general. If you look at bird counts, Audubon bird counts, around the globe, the cities are the ones that have the most birds, okay? So, anyway, that's just a little bit of explanation on the concept that's on the t-shirt. These t-shirts are really grassroots. Hey, Margie Cropper Wolf, the one that produced the logo that's on there, the calf shirt logo, she expected me to put these on t-shirts last year, and I didn't do it. In fact, she wasn't the only one. Dave Galley, a videographer from Calgary, who's been producing a documentary film about our rattlesnakes. He sent me a couple $100 last year to put towards buying the supplies or ordering the t-shirts or what have you. Okay. So last week, Margie contacts me. She wants me to meet up with her, and she brings me a brand new silk screen press machine and tells me, make the shirts. She just gives it to me. Okay. And so what could I do? Within a couple of days, I got the process rolling. There was a learning curve to it. I'm not an artist. So it took me a few days to produce a silk screen that actually worked somewhat. But it is a grassroots thing. Hey, this is home-produced stuff. So when you look at the shirt, you look at the lettering and stuff, you know, it's not perfect. It's not perfect. There's a little bit of, you know, some of the letters didn't come out just straight out. I mean, it's all legible. But I guess what I'm saying is, if anybody happens to obtain one of these shirts, either through purchase or if I give it to you, don't expect it to be perfect, because it's not. This is homemade by Ryan Heavyhead, the Lethbridge rattlesnake guy. Okay, so it won't be perfect. I am going to be giving some away. I'm going to give one to Dave Galley. Dave, next time you're down in Lethbridge at the end of the season here, give me a holler and I'll have a t-shirt for you. All right. I also want to, on YouTube, I want to give one to a couple of the people who have been really supportive on YouTube for me for years since I had the channel. Sienna 3 and Eric's Online. If you guys can send me a message with the address that I can send you a t-shirt to, and a size and a color, I'll send you a t-shirt. These are the colors that I've got. All right, I've got this kind of mustard yellow, or you might say canola yellow. I've got this kind of olive green. It's also like maybe like a charcoal green, actually. I've got an aqua green, almost a blue. I've got this kind of red. I've got this orange, like the one I'm wearing right now. These are all the adult colors. In the youth, I have again the same kind of canola yellow, a lime green, red, almost pink, a blue, and a kind of a neon yellow. All right, and of course I can do white t-shirts as well. If somebody wants a white t-shirt, I'm going to be giving some t-shirts away as I go through the rest of the summer. I'll be giving some away to children at some of the houses that I visit to pick up snakes. For others that want a t-shirt, I'm asking $20. $20 will pay for the price of the actual supplies it takes me to make the t-shirt, plus part of the $20 will be put toward the cost of producing t-shirts that I can give away to children in Lethbridge, and then I'm going to probably pocket $5 out of every 20, something like that myself for the effort, right? So if you'd like a t-shirt, message me. Give me the size that you're looking for. I can get small, medium, large, extra large right now in both youth and adult. I tried to choose colors that were kind of what would you call them? Unisex colors, and stuff that would work with black ink, because I'm just using black ink right now. So no dark colors with white ink or anything like that. Just stuff that's going to work with black ink. So one of these colors and or white. And yeah, and if you're here in Lethbridge, I can get you the t-shirt. I can deliver it. It'll be $20. You can either pay that to me directly, or you can e-transfer me money. Okay, my email address is ryan.heavyhead@alumni.uleth.ca. ULETH like the University of Lethbridge, ULETH. So ryan.heavyhead@alumni.uleth.ca if you want to e-transfer. If you're on YouTube and you want one of these t-shirts and you live not in Lethbridge, I'm going to have to mail it to you. So just give me a heads up on what you want, and after I'm done putting it through the post office and everything, I'll tell you how much to e-transfer me. All right? So yeah, so that's the deal. I've got t-shirts now if anybody wants t-shirts. And thanks for your support.